Hi guys, I'm here to show you a video that was requested by many on how to crochet the earring with the lever instead of the perfectly round bracelet, as I did in my other video. Now the complaint was that their stitches were flying off of this end over here because there's really nothing there to hold it. Now you can basically use less stitches. I crocheted 39 stitches on here and I unraveled it because I think it was too full. And after doing my second round of stitches, this is actually the first round where you do the single crochets. It's the foundation round, and then the first round of double crochets, it wasn't holding tight enough, so apparently I put too many stitches on it. I released 2 stitches, so instead of 39 I now have 37, and I'm going to try that. Another thing you can do is try a clear drying glue. I like to use the Magnatac. It dries clear if you just put a drop on it at the end of this edge over here and just let it dry without touching it. It will dry neatly, and it won't or you can also, before crocheting, you can actually put the drop of glue there and maybe it'll work as a stopper so that it won't slide off. That can also work. Or here's another earring I made. This one is slightly larger, but it's the same concept. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to add as many stitches as the earring require, or the style that you're trying to acquire needs. So with this one, I wanted more stitches so that I can get these designs on here, and I was able to acquire it for 1 because it's a larger earring, and 2, what I did was, to keep it from escaping, I just crocheted a bar across it so that it can support it, and it doesn't interfere with the space that you have where your earlobe is going to be, and it fits very comfortable, and it keeps the thread from sliding out. So that's another thing that you can do. So I'm gonna try and see what my earring is gonna look like now. I'm gonna double crochet instead of skipping every 2 stitches. I'm going to skip every 3 stitches. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and put it in the 4th one, my double crochet, and I am working with the thread underneath the earring, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put it in the 4th one, so we're skipping 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing I'm doing is I'm using a number 10 thread, which is one of the thinner threads, but I double it. So that makes my thread a little bit chunkier than just 1 strand. So that can also help me also if I wanted a thinner thread, but I don't, so I'm just going to use less stitches. And at the end here, you might experience a little tightening, which is normal. Move my tail out the way. I'll show you what you can do with that later too. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now notice how the other end, the stitches are sliding down. I hope that they're going to fit on my earring the way I want it to. Okay, I still have some give. And the last one. Okay, that was the last one. So I'm going to turn around now and I'm going to put another round of single crochets instead of double crochets because this is a smaller earring. So I don't have room for double crochet, another row of double crochets. Or I can actually leave it like this. This looks like a good earring. And I would put my glue right here at the end. This side actually, you can put that last stitch, you can drop it right inside that little empty space under the lever. That should keep it from sliding out. That's what I normally do on some of them. And then on this end, you can go ahead and add your drop of glue if you want. And I'm going to continue to show you what I'm going to do on the next row. Now, being that this is already a little bit tight, I'm going to use elongated stitches if I need to. Let me see. We're going to skip the second one. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to put it in the second one. I'm sorry. And we're going to do a single crochet instead. You're going to skip this one and do that one. And you see how my single crochet is kind of long? I'm not going to tighten it or stress it. I'm just going to give it whatever length of thread it needs because it's starting to get tight. And this is my last one here. Or can I do another one? No, maybe not. Oh, okay. Let's just see what it looks like. Now I could probably do another round again. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to open my lever so I can drop my thread down in there. Take my needle out and flip it over. Bring it to the top. That's my tail. And I'm going to skip the first one and I'm going to single crochet in the second one. Again, very loosely. I'm not tightening it, not forcing it. I'm going to skip this stitch and I'm going to go in the next one. Okay, I was interrupted, sorry. Where was I? Finishing my single crochets. Okay, I'm going to put another one in this hole right here, sort of to balance it out, because this would be the next stitch. And I'm gonna try and grab it. And like I said before, we can make that bar going across here, but it doesn't look necessary because the stitches are not reaching all the way at the top. If you did want to make it, you can crochet a couple of chains across. Put the lever down so we can measure how tight it's going to be. And let's get this over here on this side. Put it through there. And we're going to slip stitch it through. And that's what it looks like with a bar across it. I'm just going to leave it because it doesn't seem to be necessary. I'm going to cut. Pull it through. Now, as far as the ends are concerned, you can tie a little knot around it. You can put a drop of glue there and cut these ends off. Take our glue. I like to use a toothpick. So my toothpick is going to take all that excess dry glue that's stuck at the top. This glue appears to be very gummy and stretchy even when it comes straight out of the bottle. But it dries very clear. Now we're just going to leave that alone and just let it sit there, and we can trim the ends. And there you go. I hope this helped all of the inquiry minds about how to handle this type of earring. If you have any other questions or any other concerns about how to work with this type of earring, just write a comment and I'll help you out and see if I can make another video with another demonstration on whatever it is you're having a problem with. Thank you so much. Enjoy your earrings.